Okay, everything's working pretty good. Yo, actually, hold up. Let me start like this. Maybe over here, actually. Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Ale. I'm back with another Ret Paladin video. It's not gonna be the same as like the other ones that I've had. It's a little different, just cause I'm not Gladiator yet, just cause I lost my teammates coming into Dragonflight, and I've been looking ever since. I'm gonna cancel this. I've been looking ever since, but haven't been able to find people until recently. I actually did just find some people that it might be good to queue with. Pushing Glad might not be bad. We have like a 65% win rate or something in threes, so that's great. I really want to go. I really want to hit Glad again just so I can make some more content on like high level Ret Paladin PvP and arena. But before that, like, I'm just gonna have to find some other content just because I want to be able to have the badges to show for my work. So, wow, I didn't think I'd lag that bad there. Holy shit! But yeah, this video is pretty much just gonna be like a tier list on like the best Ret Paladin comps right now that I think are available, and then the best races, and pretty much just see where that goes from there. Alright, so I kind of just compiled like a little fast like tier list kind of thing just so I can show you guys my opinion on some of the best comps right now. We could just go over it, what I think. I think anything, if you're playing with a Fistweaver and like a Demon Hunter, it's gonna be, this is probably one of your best comps just because it's so much damage. But if you can't find a Fistweaver, or if you just don't like playing with them in general, because I can understand why, obviously a Resto Druid is going to be great, or a Resto Shaman. You can never go wrong with this comp. Just because Demon Hunter's S tier, you're not really S tier if I had to make a tier list, which I could save that for another video if you guys want to watch that. I wouldn't really put Ret Paladin on S. I'd probably put it on like A or B, just because it's not that bad, but it's not great in any way. So let's move that. Let's go to an old classic. This is what I climbed to Gladiator and Shadowlands with, or it might have been Survival Hunter. I don't remember what Hunter spec he was playing, but all three of these are honestly not that bad right now. Survival is probably going to be harder to find, just because there's not that many survival players compared to BM, which is so easy to play, and then Marksman, which is also super easy to play. And these two are pretty good. BM is, if I had to rate them, it'd probably be like this, just because you don't see many. But Survival Hunter is in a tier of its own. Cupid, you can never go wrong with it. Obviously, Disc Priest too, but Holy Priest is better right now. And Holy DK, don't play with a Frost DK. You guys don't match. Where's Resto Druid at? Here we go. Resto Druid, Vanguard Cleave, I like it. DK's weak right now, so this is probably like one of the last ditch efforts, like resorts. I would much prefer playing with this guy. And my comp that I'm playing right now is this. And it's not doing too bad. Last night we queued up like 15 games. We won like 12 or 13. We literally only lost to what was it? Feral, Shadow Priest, Resto Druid, or no, Feral, Shadow Priest, Mistweaver, and we lost to Destrolog, Shadow Priest, Resto Druid, I think, which is like super hard counter for us. That was the FPS. I mean, the FPM was probably one of the weirder comps that I faced that I lost to, but it's fine if we see them again. We're gonna dog them. As a Ret, I would just say like, I'm gonna put the viable ones around down here. I'd probably stay away from playing with Windwalker. However, this comp can work. I just don't think it'll work too well in like high rating. Probably not press. I would definitely never play with a Holy Paladin. Never, never ever play with a Holy Paladin just because you can't help each other, and it's just like a common thing that's been around forever. Like your forbearance on each of you is just gonna suck. I think this comp's not bad. This comp probably has a lot of damage. Maybe with a sub rogue too. If that's all you have, I probably would stay away from this comp. But if you have no other people to play with, then I could see this working. For twos, I think the best thing for twos is gonna be I think the best thing for twos as a Ret Paladin for you is probably gonna be a Fistweaver or maybe a Resto Shaman or maybe a Disc Priest. I would probably stay away from Resto Druid just because you lose in dampening. Unless you have Bubble, and it's like you have Bubble, Crusade, and they have nothing, then yeah, you'll probably win, but you probably lose in twos with any other healer, I think, personally. But you can pretty much play with any healer. These are probably the three that I would strive to get. Maybe like this, just because this priest has mind games and has damage, which you desperately need. And Fistweaver is the go-to. If you want to play double DPS, which is not as good as in Shadowlands, because in Shadowlands, me and my hunter, we queued this. Or maybe he was MM, but we queued Ret and Hunter, and we climbed to like 2300 or 2200, something like that. My highest rating, which you could just check PvP, I climbed to that with him. Double DPS, which is not easy. I'd probably stay away from anything else. Maybe this isn't bad. I can't tell you. I'd probably stay away from this comp. In threes, don't play this just because you have no what's the word, the mortal wounds. Just play this, or ideally, if we weren't playing with a priest, this is probably what I would go for, just because it's the best, or maybe the Resto Shaman, but this would probably be your go-to if you have a warrior. This comp is really strong. This comp is also very strong. Like either one, mixed with either one. No Holy Paladin. I'd probably, or also a Demon Hunter. These are probably like your go-to teammates who you can find. And I'd probably stay away from anything else. And the Hunter means, and yes, I'd stay away from Fury Warrior, but I wouldn't stay away from MM or Survival. Okay, now let's move on to races. Alright, so for races, there's a lot of races here I think that can be Paladin still, but I'm not even gonna go over the ones that like Fortress Draenei or High Mountain Tauren. Like I'm not even gonna go over those just because I don't think they're viable at all. I'm gonna go over just these 6 and talk about them a little bit. Tauren was what I pushed to Glad with. Oh, I didn't even see that. Tauren is what I pushed to Glad with in Shadowlands, and if I had to rate it, I honestly would put it at A, just because after Hodge, the amount of kills that I've had with War Stomp that people weren't expecting, or like they trinket into War Stomp, it's just like someone trinketing full kidney into cheap shot, or like half cheap into third cheap that kills them. It's not the best. You get more health. Me personally, I probably wouldn't play it anymore unless they have something else to them, just because these races are probably going to be the best. Dwarf and Dark Iron Dwarf. Dark Iron Dwarf is just better because I think it's the same racial, but you just get damage off of it. If it's not the same, then it's probably the same. But they remove poisons, and that's so big. And I think bleeds too, which is also big, which probably would have won me that Feral Shadow Priest Mistweaver game from yesterday. So, in my opinion, I don't know why I'm not playing a dwarf. Probably because I don't want to level through Dragonflight anymore, because I'm tired of leveling through that. But if I did, or if I wanted to spend the money for a race change and be as competitive as possible, I'd pick probably one of these. I'm gonna put human in A, and I'm gonna leave these down here and talk about them later. I might put Blood Elf here and Draenei here, or maybe not even rank Draenei, but let's human really quick. Trinket is just not what it was, and also you can only trinket stuns with will. I think it's will or something. The human trinket, you can't. It's a 3-minute cooldown, and you can only trinket stuns. And while I am human and I use it, it's not like viable at all. You probably want to run trinket and the human trinket, just so you can have if you balance them correctly, you have like a minute 30 cooldown instead of 2 minutes for your trinket, which is pretty big, especially when you're a kill target. But I don't run it, and I could go over another video why I don't run it, but I personally just do not like it, and I probably should, just because there's some comps, maybe like in a heavy stun comp, I will run it. But I'm just gonna say right now, if you can go Dark Iron Dwarf or Dwarf, do that. Do not go human. It's just not the best. It's probably like third best if I had to rate it, and then Tauren, and then Blood Elf, and then Draenei. But if you can pick one of these, and probably Dark Iron Dwarf, unless you don't want to do the allied race thing. Blood Elf, I'm gonna put it in A above Draenei, just because if you have a dispel, like a magic dispel on someone else, and honestly, if I'm thinking about that, like, you can dispel like a bop, or the thing that holy priests have, or a stack of the evoker's shield, and that could be like game changing, you know. So I'm gonna put that in A. While it's not game changing and it's not the silence that it used to be, if we had silence, then this would probably be like very competitive. But it's not silence. It's a magic steel. I wish we could be gnomes. Oh, Draenei. I forgot about the Draenei, bro. Just don't pick it. I want to make one just because they look cool, but it's not competitive at all. At least Blood Elf is a little bit, and then Tauren a little bit more, and then human. I mean, you could probably do this, but I'm not gonna put it there. I wish we could be gnomes. That would be sick. 1 minute, because then we have the gnome ratio for roots, and then we have freedom, which is not what it used to be either. And I wish Night Elves could be, just because Shadow Mode is so strong. That would be so awesome, bro. Oh my god. My bad. Damn. I was like thinking of how awesome it would be if like we could be like gnomes or like orcs as paladins. It would be so great, bro. But yeah, this is just a little video I wanted to make, just because I want to come back onto the scene and make more videos. I mean, if you guys want me to make a guide video, just because I have hit glad, I have got that purple badge, I can. But I would really like to see comments on that. I don't want to just make one and then people be like, oh, you're not even glad yet, which I'm working towards. Honestly, working towards higher than glad, but we'll see how that goes with our comp. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I just wanted to go back into the game. You guys are great. I know I probably should be making more content. I failed to do that, but I want to make more now. So if you guys want to see like why I run double this, but this is not what I run. If you guys want to see why I run BM and Insignia, now I can show you guys, and like why. Well, this is like what everyone's running for the verse. But if you guys want to see why like verse is so important, or maybe like some more game, like what I did for my Wizards 101 video, which I like went over some hard comps and how to beat them, I could do that too. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.